Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So what I thought we would do today is make this tray. This mold comes from Let's Resin. I will put the link in the description, and the link itself should give you 10% off of this mold should you order one or want one or whatever. There's stuff that gets down in there, I swear, as soon as you open a mold. I don't know, that might be a place on the mold. I can't get it to come off. Well, that's on the mold. There's a couple of, I literally just opened this mold, and there's a couple of places that's taken out of it. It looks like a couple of tiny chunks, but that's okay. I'm top coating it anyways. So I'm going to put glow in the dark colors around the edge, and then I'm going to put this temporary tattoo in the center, and then I'm going to cover it with some holographic silver glitter, I think, the backing. And then when we unmold it, we'll put a little resin over top of the tattoo. I'm using all the Let's Resin glow in the dark pigments. This is fuchsia. Well, I'm using all Let's Resin pigments, but I'm not using all of the glow in the dark because I have a couple still over there. Just putting a little bit of those down in there. That is coral. I have 15 grams of resin in each one of these cups because I think that should be enough. That's 4 ounces, and that should be enough to do all the way around the whole edge. I also have this gear mold here for the fidget spinners because I have an order for a glow in the dark fidget gear spinner, and she said surprise her with the colors. So that's what we're going to do. Just getting all my glow in the dark pigments in here so we can start stirring them up. I'm not going to put this resin in the debubbler because it's such a small amount. I think it'll be okay. I always forget that that green top is broken off. Just a little bit. Doesn't need much. And with the glitter, I might put one of the glow in the dark pigments with the glitter. Mix it in. How's that not? I bet this one's not opened. This is salmon. This is green, blue, yellow, magenta, and purple. And you guys seen the first two. Yeah, it's not open. They have these little sticky papers on there, and if you can get it started, then it peels right off. It's very easy to open. You just don't want pigment go everywhere. Okay. And these tops just slide up and down, off and on. All right. Now, just going to give these a good little mix. I've already mixed my resin up. And I do have a little extra resin sitting in a cup over there in case I do need it. Just want to make sure I get my pigments mixed well. Okay. You can see some of the pigment heavy there that was on the stick. I seen this done, I think it was a bond crafter video on TikTok where they went around the edge and put glow in the dark. It wasn't this tray. And I don't remember what they did to the center of it or anything. But I thought it was pretty and I wanted to give it a try. So this is their original idea, whoever did that. Okay. These pigments mix up very, very well. The neon pigments, you have a little harder time to get them to mix. But these glow in the dark ones mix up really, really well. Okay. Or say that and then the blue's not mixing. It's on my stick. I think this blue might need a little bit more. He's kind of light, isn't he? Let's add a little more. Just a little bit. There we go. That's better. I want to be able to see color. Some of their glow-in-the-dark pigments look white, and then when you turn the lights out and you let them glow, then they show the color. I think there's a yellow-green that does that. There's a sky blue, and there's a blue-green. And they all come in this kit. There's also a gold, I think, that comes in this kit. Yeah, there's a gold as well. And these will be linked in the description. And like I said, it's a Lindasresin product, so the link should automatically give you a 10% discount. I have a few different glow-in-the-dark pigment brands. I like these the best. They mix up the best. The easiest. It doesn't take me all day to get the pigments to dissolve. Halfway mixing. Okay. Come on, magenta, mix up. See a few little chunks down in there. And Kid just doesn't want to mix. She wants to be trouble today. There we go. Don't see any now. It's a pretty color. And this is the purple. I believe it's all got stuck on my stick. It's starting to darken up a little. Scrape that off. There we go. And I'm going to let these degas on their own as I'm adding that temporary tattoo. It's such a little bit of resin. They had already degassed on their own just by sitting in the cup for a few seconds. Okay. That coral is a pretty color, isn't it? It's kind of the mix between a pink and a orange. Okay. Get this stick cleaned off again. Last color, fuchsia. Alrighty. You can see some of the pigment stuck to the side of the cup. Just trying to scrape it off. Okay. Now, temporary tattoo. I'm going to peel off the clear coat that they put on these. And I'm going to cut around this. Which I probably should have done before I peeled that off, but that's okay. I just want to make sure this fits, and I don't want any of that extra paper on there to be in my way. Because this is going to be a tight fit in this mold. I'm just hoping it does fit. And that number there at the bottom, that will transfer over if you do not cut that off. Okay. Alright. Just I'm going to lay that on there. And get a little water here. Okay. And a paper towel, just in case. All right. I've got my little brush. These brushes are awesome. I'm going to see my sister today. I'm going to ask her if she can send me the link to this, to these brushes. That way I can get that for you guys. Because I don't know where she got these. She does nails. So she orders from all different kinds of places. And these she uses for nails to do her tattoos on her nails, or transfers, or whatever they're called. I'm not real sure. But she's the one that told me about this technique. And it works so great when doing temporary tattoos, because you don't end up with a mess of water everywhere. The water doesn't beat up on the mold because it soaks into the paper this way, and you have more control. Alright, I got that on there. Now, all I want to do is I do want to take and try to make sure there's no bubbles in the temporary tattoo. So I am going to press it down a little bit. I'm not giving very much pressure, just a little, because I don't want bubbles on that. Okay, and when this is done, it should just slide right off. Yeah, there we go. And there's our temporary tattoo. I don't see any bubbles, but I'm still going to pat this down. It's not wet. That's the good thing about, I do see a bubble there. That's the good thing about doing the brushes. The tattoo's not wet at all. The paper soaks that up and it keeps you dry. Okay, there we go. Now, let's start pouring us some colors. I'm going to try to pour these best I can. And I got it on the top. I can get those off when they dry. I'll go around and clean it up. I kind of figured I'd have to. I don't know, I don't want to put another pink beside the pink. We may be repeating some colors in a few places. Now let's get pink down here. Have I done the green? What about the orange? Then we'll just go back with a little more color here. I feel like I've got pink in every corner. I don't want pink in every corner. Oh, there's purple there. What'd I do? Put purple in two corners? Guess so. Just gonna add a little more as I go around through here. I still need to fill this up. I don't want it to be half full, and I don't want it to be completely full, but ooh, I went over the edge on that one. There's some orange. Can I only do orange once? some more blue there. I may leave that drizzled up the sides just because I like it. I like the way it looks. Gives speckles. This one looks more like it's the dark pink. Okay. Need yellow. Just drizzle more yellow down in there. Spread that blue out a little bit. Alright guys, I think that's all the color I'm going to put around through there. Still got quite a bit left. So I've got all my fidget spinners out here. I know I have to do this one, but I know I've already got those in glow. I think I've got 2 more molds of these that I didn't use the last time. Maybe. Nope. I probably put them someplace else. Alright, let's see. What colors for this little fellas? I'm going to spritz that. There are areas down in there. I just don't want it to have bubbles. And that got right down in there. Good deal. And this is for a boy. So I am going to put some blue in there. Okay. And let's do some orange. Okay. I do want to make sure this is domed. Almost. You could use a touch more blue. And a drop of green. Okay. Now we're domed. Alright. So let's see. Oh, that one's got a piece of glitter in it. I think that's that Barbie glitter. It's called Barbie something. Okay, I got that out. Let's spritz. Whether I use them or not, I'm spritzing them down. See if we can get a lot of these colors on these tips. Because it's not going to take much. And cool. Now let's add some color back on top of these. There's the yellow. And blue. And orange and green. Okay. Let's see. I think I used this pink. All right, let's see if this one is domed. Almost. Now he's good. All right. Let's see. And try to do some green there. I'll move on to orange. Got some pink here. Do this coral over here on this side. Can you guys see me? I didn't even think about moving these on over. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. You're probably screaming at me, saying you couldn't see me. I'm just going to do purple around the center of this one. Okay. Now I know he's going to need more to dome him because he's not quite full. Almost. Let's see, I didn't use yellow. I did use orange. And green. Okay, he is good. Now what I'm going to do with the rest of these, and this may not look very good, but this is what we're going to do. I'm going to get my little silicone thing here. I've got to clean my gloves. Oh, sorry guys, didn't mean to bump the camera, but I got resin all over my gloves. And I don't want to transfer it onto everything else. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get all the orange out that we can. Well, maybe not all of it. Now this is all the blue. There is no blue left. Okay. And yellow. There's no yellow after this one. Might be a little bit to finish filling it up, but some coral here. And then the purple. Okay. Is that one domed yet? Nope. Alright. Now. Okay, I think this is green. Okay. That's all of the green. All of the blue. Okay. That's all of the orange. And then let's get in all of the purple, and I think this will kind of do that one in, I think. Yeah, there we go. Just going to scrape what's ever on here. It's kind of orange and purple. There's all of that. And that one is the rest of the yellow. Okay. Just scrape off all this coral color. I think we're good with it. And we have this pink. I think this is going to dome that too. So whatever's left in that little cup over there, we'll just dump in one for another time. Okay. He looks good. And we'll just dump this right down in this star. It's not going to fill it up, but we'll be ready for the next time. The next pour that we can fill it up. We might put black or just put a clear or something on top of it. Or do another glow in the dark color on the back. So it'll have one on the front, one on the back. That might be kind of cool. Oh yeah, I still got clear resin left, guys. See how my mind is? I done forgot. So you know what? We can probably move this down. Move these over here. Got a few cups left. Let's try the colors I haven't used yet. Okay. Okay. We got 4 cups, 4 colors. This is gold. Just poured some down in there. We have sky blue. We have yellow green. And blue green. Okay. Got my little stick here. I'll just mix these up a little bit. I'm not even going to clean it off. I'm just going to go around. Okay. And then we got our gold here. There we go. Now I'm going to clean this stick off. Okay. Now, I'm going to respritz that. There's too many areas down in there. Okay. I don't know what color is what color because I can't remember which one I mixed up. And they just look kind of white, so can't really tell. All right. Okay, let's see if we can get this one to dome. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he's good. Now, just going to, I'll do that in just a second. This one, put some gold here. And let's start scraping out some of these others. Okay, so whatever color that one is done. That color. There we go. So those two, no colors are left. Let's get some more gold in here. Looks yellow to me. Okay, let's see if that is domed. Yes. All right. So I'm just going to take this gold and go around on top of this pink and try to fill it up. I don't want it to take over the color of the pink, but it'd be kind of cool to have it centered there. Okay, he looks domed as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm telling you, I could have swore I had more. But I don't have them with me, so maybe not. All right. I'm just going to take my little shaker, and whatever is left is what he's getting. This won't nowhere near fill him up, but it will look cool. And there's a hair. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, got all that. Get the stick out of this cup here. Clean that off. Almost. If I can get each little foot. It'd be great if he colored his tail too, wouldn't it? It almost is. Like almost completely. It's in the tail, just little bits left. Okay, I'll let that drip. Alrighty, guys. Little turtle shaker needs just a little bit more. I'm going to spritz this with some alcohol and wipe that off. That way it's clean for my next pour. Okay. Where's the green? Alright, guys. You can see I've got a few little spots I will have to peel off once it cures up. It's easier to peel off for me, I think, once it cures than when it's still wet. And then we will put all these little fidgets together. And I'll set my little turtle to the side because he will have to have some more resin. Maybe we'll fill him up all the way when we do our the rest of our tray. Alright, guys. I'll see you for the next pour. Alrighty, guys. So this is cured up enough to put my next layer in. If you'll notice, there's a couple of spots missing on this temporary tattoo. I don't know what happened. I was going to remove the glow-in-the-dark resin pieces, but I was like, if I remove those, they're going to take the temporary tattoo off. So I've left them alone. I don't know if I've accidentally touched it and it just came off or what happened. But I thought about just scrubbing it all off, laying down a new tattoo. So this tray I'll keep for myself, give it away to one of my nieces or one of my sisters or my sister niece. I have 4 sisters and a brother. I'm next to the oldest. My youngest sister is the one that passed away, and my sister niece was adopted by my mom and dad when my sister passed away. It's her daughter. That's why you'll hear me call her my sister niece. Because she's my sister, but she's my niece. But she loves this stuff, and she'll love this tray. So next time I see her, she will get a new piece. I'm just putting some holographic silver glitter in there. I'm getting it everywhere as well. This has small pieces, big pieces, in between pieces, micro pieces, just a whole lot of different sizes. And it's really pretty glitter. I don't think it'll be too dark to hide my colors. I hope not anyways. But I'm just going to give this a good mix. I thought about putting glue in it. And I may. I did put this in the debubbler. This is 8 ounces of resin. I think I need just a little more glitter. I like a lot of glitter. I don't want to be able to see through it. 8 ounces of resin, because I think that's about all I should need, especially adding glitter. Okay, so we're going to do 8 drops of glue in this. 1 drop of glue for every ounce of glitter. This resin is the JTDO resin. I hate this resin. I can't wait to be done with it. I will not buy it again. When you mix it, it's white. You put it in the debubbler for 10 minutes. There's no bubbles, but it's still got a little white tint to it. It never gets completely clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It cures slowly. Very, very slowly. About 24 hours before you can demold. I made this morning about 12 hours ago. Still very bendy. I could probably demold them, but very, very bendy. And that's 12 hours. But it takes about that long before you can even demold, because they just takes a long time to cure. But the good thing is, I will say it does have some good points. It does cure clear. Might look white or kind of milky, but it cures clear. So I thought, well, maybe it's micro bubbles, and then I get it out of the debubbler and it's still Still cloudy, or milky, I guess you could say. But it cures hard, and it cures clear. It's just, I'm impatient and don't like a resin that takes forever. Now we're just going to pour this in here. I'm going to let it flow around those edges, and hopefully I don't get any bubbles, but I should be able to see, because you can see through this mold. I'm just watching. Okay. Get it to kind of go around this side over here. It probably won't take this whole 8, but I like making extras. I see bubble in that corner. Let's get some over here, just so I can get these bubbles out. All right. Get me a tool here. Oh, I better not squeeze it. I'm breaking the glow-in-the-dark layer apart. So, just going to go around, maybe just poke down in there. And if there's bubbles, hopefully they'll come out that way. I'm not so worried about the sides. It's more the corners. Okay. Get that wiped off, and then I'm going to clean it off. There we go. All right. Now, put some more of this in here, because it's not full yet. Okay. All right. I think it's going to take the whole 8. Here we go, guys. I've got just a little bit left in here. Now this little turtle, I'm going to peel that off his little thing there. I think I have enough to finish him off. Don't want this dripping, because I know if it drips, it's going to drip right on me. Okay, now, because this has glue, it's going to be a little thicker, so I'm just going to help spread it out. That way I don't overfill it too much, because this is a handmade mold. And you know, handmade molds are not made to be overfilled, otherwise you have more to trim off, because you end up with a lip around it. Okay, I think he can take a little bit more. Probably not much, but a little bit. All right. Okay, he's good. So, these are water ripple pendants. Haven't used them very often, but we're going to do a couple with what's left. think they'll be really pretty in that holographic glitter. Okay. I don't know if I have enough to fill this one up, but we'll use what we got. I'm going to get my other silicone spatula that I can get everything out. So let's see if we can get this cleaned off. If I can get the glitter off, I'll keep the stick. If the glitter stays on, it goes in the trash. Usually the glitter will come right off. Okay. This is such a pretty glitter. Okay, I believe I will have enough to fill that up. Even if I did get a little drip over there. Needs just a little bit more. Just another drop, I think. There we go. There's that one. I doubt I have enough to do the star completely, but it'd be nice if we did. I thought I had a smaller one, but he may be the smallest I've got, star-wise. We can always put a black layer or something on the back of him if we can't get out enough. But we might get lucky just because of all this glitter that's in there. If I can scrape it, I think I'll be able to get enough. That down in there. Okay. Got some on the back side too. Okay. Yeah, he's full, almost. He's not domed, but yeah, these little spatulas are awesome. I would have never been able to do that with just a stick. That's why I always drained my cups, was so the rest of the resin that was in the cup could drain out. And I'd put it in a bin and use it as filler pieces for larger items. Gave my sister that huge turtle that I had made. She actually bought it because I told her I couldn't sell it because it had a bunch of filler pieces and she wanted to buy it anyways. So I gave it to her for what it cost. Alright, let's clean this up. Since all of those are full, I am going to give a little spritz. Got to spritz off my spatula. Let's get all this glitter off. Glitter goes everywhere. But if I let it dry on here, it's going to get into whatever I make next. So, good deal. There we go. Yeah, he's okay. Alrighty guys, we'll just let all this cure up. Come back for a demold. We will have to top coat this because it has the temporary tattoo. So, I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, so all this is cured up. So let's demold and see what we got. Let's see how our little turtle's going to look since he's glow in the dark and glitter on the bottom. It's always so hard to break that centerpiece loose. We're going to have to trim him up, got a piece of glitter on him. Okay. A lot of times if it's soft, it'll just scratch off, but glitter's a little more difficult because you got to get the whole chunky piece of glitter. Isn't that pretty? And we'll decide what we want to fill his belly with. Now all of our little glow in the dark. I'm going to charge these up and I'm going to turn the light off after I put them together. That way I can show you guys what they look like in the dark. I guess I could show you each one as I demold it. That one's got a little piece there it needs taken off. You got a fingernail. I don't have much fingernails, but there we go. Now this one, even though it looks white, remember we used 3 different colors. And then our gear that was ordered. This one's going to be a little weird. It's got a couple of different colors. This one I threw a few different colors in it. My husband's seen this one and he's like, it might look pink, but it glows yellow. I was like, well, I threw different colors in there. Oh, stray glitter. Stray little glitter got him. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put one of these together. You take this piece and you take this and just put that on top of that piece. Now, I always stick this one on the top because I find that it fits better. The round piece does if you put it on the top. And then this one, the little skinny one, will fit right in there and you'll just snap them together and you've got your fidget spinner. Okay, now we have our star. Isn't that pretty? I'm not sure what I want to do with him yet. Now this is a pendant. And you drill a hole finishing through there. If you guys can see that little hole down in there on both sides. And you just finish drilling through to put your bell on there. Not sure what I like this mold. I just don't know what to do with it. Anybody have suggestions? It just kind of, it's long and skinny and I'm just not sure. He's thick. To me, he's too thick for a pendant. But I just don't know what to do with him. Okay, just breaking the seal across the edges of this mold. And then I'm going to work and see if I can get this corner out. Oh, it popped out very easy. I was thinking I was going to have to struggle. But this is a Let's Resin mold, so. This is the small one. They make 2 sizes. I do have the large one as well because I ordered it first and it came in and I was like, whoa. It was so big. And it even tells you on here it takes 9.21 fluid ounces to fill up. All Let's Resin molds do. I'm trying to make it. Can you guys see it? Anyways. Okay. We got our colors. It's sticky. I'm going to have to cover it over. And that's what I mean when I said I was going to go ahead and fill it up by, you can't tell where those pieces of the tattoo ripped off. I didn't think you would be able to, but I think that's really pretty. I like the way that glitters gave that effect on that temporary tattoo. I love that. Love my glow in the dark sides. Like I said, we're going to light all this stuff up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on a time lapse. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 ounces of resin in here to cover this. And I'm going to get everything charged, put these together in the time lapse, and then we'll come back and see how they glow. So I'll see you guys in just a moment.
In Linda's resin room where colors bloom, the powders glow under the moon. Piece by piece, the art takes flight, spinning dreams that light the night. Linda's resin room, where love flows, where the Lord's light always shows. Positive vibes, they fill the air, creating beauty everywhere. Her hands are steady, her heart is kind. She shapes the resin.
Okay guys, so I got everything put together. I got all the fidgets put together. I poured 2 ounces of resin over top of the owl. And I don't know what to do with these silver pieces. Any suggestions are very welcome. But let's get these lights turned off. I've already got the big light turned off. And let's see these glow. Now my window's blocking, causing too much of a glare. So let me see if I can get a piece of cardboard to hold in front of that window a little bit so you can see how these glow. Let them light up a little bit better. Here we go. I didn't charge them very long, 30 seconds to a minute maybe. They'll glow better if you'll charge them longer. And you can see how the tray glows as well. They're all very pretty. Okay, now let's get our lights back on. Turning my ring light on. I'm going to go over and turn my big overhead light on. I got to be able to see. But guys, that's it. So I'll see you back for the next video. Bye for now.